My name is Claire Armstrong, and I teach it's spring production horticulture. We are in Clarkdale, and this is the Yavapai College campus. We just built this greenhouse about a few weeks ago. We've been in here for a few weeks. But yeah, we're in beautiful Clarkdale, Arizona. So this behind us is called a wet wall. It's basically like an evaporative cooler is what it is, and pretty much how it works. So there's pads that go into the wall, and then water is run through it, but you need air circulation to get the cool air to move throughout the greenhouse. One thing about Arizona is we have poor soil. It is alkaline, which has a high pH, and there's a lot of clay in the soil. It's lacking nutrients. And so the best way to do it, if you can, is do raised garden beds and bring in your own soil. You can still use the native soil. You just want to get some good topsoil and till it into the native soil. Or the other option, like I said, is raised garden beds. You want to add nutrients to our soil. You want to add good soil, good compost, good topsoil. And then of course, it's seasonal on what you want to plant. There's warm crops and there's cool crops. So this time of year, it's pretty warm down here in the Verde Valley, so the growing season is a little bit longer. There's cool crops, which is typically your lettuce and spinach, broccoli, cauliflower. Your warm crops are going to be tomatoes, peppers, tomatillos, eggplants, cucumbers, squash, a lot of the melons and things like that. I think it'd be especially important to be careful when you plant those cool crops because it's pretty warm down here in the Verde Valley. And then if possible, I would fertilize your soil from time to time. There's a lot of different types of fertilizer. There's liquid and granular, whatever's easiest for you.
So I'm Robert Alexander. I'm a lifetime farmer, and I'm the lead vineyard technician here at the college. The Southwest Wine Center is basically it's the main hub of the viticulture and enology program here. We have 13 acres of grapes that we grow, like I mentioned, and then we have on-site crush pad and all the fermenting equipment we need to make wine here on site. They have a tasting room here. They make really incredible wines. The wines are made by students. Currently, we have 13 varietals of grapes. We have 2 major soil types up there. One is a really intense black clay. It's actually what Black Hills is named after here. It's the black clay here. It's mostly clay. It has its challenges. And then we have some other dirt that's across from the wash that's more red. It's got a lot more nutrient content to it, but also a lot more rocks. So we're basically farming 13 varietals. Each of the blocks is about an acre. We are actively working with soil composition and nutrient management constantly to grow the best grapes we can here, given the circumstances. We're actively treating our soil's pH. We're engaged in foliar fertilizing, trace nutrients, minerals. A lot of things bind up in the soils here because they're so alkaline. So we're using soil sulfur, we're utilizing sulfuric acid injections, and we're actively starting biotic brewing and fertigation of biotics to hopefully mitigate some of the challenges of a highly alkaline clay soil. And we're having pretty good luck with that. For the home gardener, I would just encourage them to use lots of compost in your planting beds when you're planting. Adding that in at like a 30 to 50% mixture in your soil beds. If you're planting trees or shrubs, you're going to want to dig out your hole maybe 3 times the size of the potted plant that it came in. And then you're going to want to add 30 to 50% compost in there.
Well, welcome to Verde River Growers. My name's Sean Simon, and I'm the farm manager. I have been here since 2005, maybe a little before that. And I started Verde River Growers. Before that time, this was all mesquites. My role is I'm a grower. I grow plants. Everything you see around you is stuff that we have in propagation and that we're growing.
This is like a Skyscraper Salvia. The hummingbirds love it.
I worked in Flagstaff for about 10 years, and the Verde Valley was a continuation of Flagstaff. In the Verde Valley, we couldn't really grow in Flagstaff, but way back, I could see that water was going to be the ultimate issue. And I always wanted to grow native plant material, or plant material that was better suited for northern Arizona. So it started with that desire in Flagstaff, and we came to the Verde Valley because we found a better growing climate, we found water, we found land, and we found what we felt were the essentials to put together a growing nursery. The Verde Valley offers just wonderful opportunity to grow all kinds of plants, whether they're vegetables or herbs or fruit trees, whatever the case may be, or natives. Believe it or not, if you want to time pumpkins for Halloween, plant your seed at the 4th of July. And you still will have enough time to produce great pumpkins for Halloween. So it is a very long growing season, very long growing season. To be successful, you really got to figure out your watering. We are an extensive native plant grower. I personally gather probably 30 to 50 kinds of native plants, seed, propagation, acorns. I love oaks. There's all kinds of oaks. We have probably 5 kinds of oaks that grow here, but oaks, sugarbush, manzanita, cliff rose, patchy plume. Then there's different kinds of native perennials. So it may not look like it, but we work very hard. That's our primary focus, is native plant material. Our primary focus. More effort is put into that than anything else we grow.